All right, thanks for your patience, everyone. Still getting a couple things set up. Yeah? Yeah, let's try that. It has been a hot minute since I've been on stream last, hasn't it? Okay. So I've been playing a lot of Nightlight lately, which is Lantern Control with Blood Moon in it. I really enjoy Nightlight, and I think that that's probably the way to go with Lantern Control, at least for the time being. But I wondered if there might be another approach that we can take that would allow us to play black-green. So I don't think that Ancient Stirrings is viable anymore. I think that Stirrings is just not consistent enough, and the mana investment or not even getting what you want is just not really worth it. This deck doesn't want to be using Stirrings to grab lands anyway, so I think that even if you are playing green, then you don't really want to be playing Ancient Stirrings, you know? So that really leaves us pretty dang open with what we want our splash color to be. That might even allow for a mono black version of Lantern to exist. Like if you're not playing Blood Moons and you're not interested in, you know, casting Ancient Stirrings and you don't need that removal spell, which this list is playing green for Assassin's Trophy and Assassin's Trophy only, then maybe you do just want to cut all the fat and play a bunch of basic swamps. But this list is not going to be doing that. We are playing green today specifically just for Assassin's Trophy. It is the best removal spell that just tags everything and anything that you want. Doesn't really matter what it is. Yes, it'll ramp your opponent a land, and that can suck sometimes. But when you want to just get the problem thing gone, Trophy is how you do it. And instead of playing a bunch of different consistency tools, I mean, we've still got the 4 Profane Tutors and the 3 Mishra's Baubles. But instead of playing like additional Ancient Stirrings, instead today, I'm going to try and play some surgical effects. So we've got 2 Surgical Extraction and 1 Extirpate in the main board today. I was thinking about ways that we could beat problem cards, things like Wrath of the Skies, things like, oh, what's that card called? Witch Enchanter. You know, stuff that can, you know, wreck our day if it ever hits play. And Surgical Effects seem like a pretty good answer to that. Basically, every deck in Modern now will use the graveyard to some capacity, whether it be something as simple as Overlord of the Baelmerk, milling things and finding them, all the way up to stuff like Storm and actual dedicated graveyard combo decks. And having ways to just say, nope, that doesn't go in your deck anymore, is seems like it might be pretty good. Now, there has been a bit of a stigma around playing these surgical effects in main boards of Lantern. Many people, including myself actually, have been on record saying that these sorts of effects are usually for people who are less experienced with playing the deck, and that you will gradually wean yourself off of them as you gain more experience with playing Lantern. Let's challenge that assumption today. Let's see if these cards are indeed just win more or win harder, and let's see if they actually will help tilt games from losses to wins. Besides that, it's pretty much just a stock list. Like, we've got some discard spells on the side, which is kind of my signature at this point. We've got some Curse Totems to deal with the uptick in Yawgmoth and related decks that I expect to be happening. Ashiok is in the sideboard for Titan because we've got basically nothing else to do against it. And yeah, that's the deck. I'm going to go ahead and get started with match 1. I'll be back in a few minutes. Sorry, my Magic client just froze and now I need to restart it. It's taking a while. Oh, might be doing something. Hang on. Okay, my Magic Online keeps crashing. I'm trying to fix it, but it's just not happy. Give me just a bit more. Okay, believe it or not, it's the stream background that's actually crashing the computer. That's wild. That's wild to me. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, it was the background that was breaking things. I'm going to continue getting this sorted. Give me a second. Oh, it is not happy. Here, give me a second. I'm going to be turning off the background until I can figure out how to do this properly. It's just ate up so much of my CPU. It's eating up like 20% of my CPU to have that thing up. I'm not really sure why. And I need to figure out why. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started finally. I am on the play in match 1 versus No Fun Police. This hand has Thoughtseize in it. It has Bridge in it. It has half of a Lantern Lock in it. I'm kind of inclined to keep this. I think here I will simply lead on Verdant Catacombs, grab a basic Swamp here. Let's see what the hero is up to here. Their own Thoughtseize, huh? Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take the Thoughtseize. And I'll pass turn. Uh-oh. Oh no, what now? Specified clipboard format is not available? What the heck does that mean? I've got another thing to fix, hang on. whatever. I do not like doing debugging on the fly like this. Dude, what on earth? I didn't even change any of my computer specs, and just for some reason over the past couple of weeks, it's just been slowing down massively. I'm not really sure what's going on. Alt snap is broken. Can't even, not the way I want to do it. All right, let's try this again. There we go. Okay, finally, that took. Sorry for the delay again, jeez. Okay, now I get to use my own underground mortuary to try and dig for a lantern, is what I'm looking for at this point, I think. Do I want Underworld Cookbook? No, not really. I don't think I need that. I will go out and play and Pyxis here instead. Alright, and the hero has Spell Snare as their interaction, which is pretty decent against the meta, but not good right now. They kept their card on top of their deck. You know what that means. They're activating their own Flooded Strand, getting Watery Grave, which is really telling. Tells me that they only have 2 colors in their deck. And I am simply going to play my Ensnaring Bridge while I can. Wishing I had a basic swamp, a third basic swamp in the list, honestly. All right, they've drawn up to 3 cards. Or drawn a third card, drawn up to 6 cards. What on earth am I trying to say here? Okay, well, I don't know if I need to Inquisition them right now. I think I'm just going to play Ensnaring Bridge to start out with. If this gets countered, it gets countered. Yeah, that's fine. I'm still really digging for a Lantern of Insight here. I mean, I've got 1 Ensnaring Bridge in play already. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, they do have white in their list. They just didn't fetch it for some reason. How interesting. Spell Snare is getting discarded. They know that they're not going to be able to attack with this frog again, so they're doing it now. I think this is wise of them. The Meticulous Archive is staying in their list. Fetching Watery Grave so that they don't draw it. All right, and they've got Meticulous Archive and 2 unknowns right now. That's an Ensnaring Bridge. That's not terrible. Stern Scolding, Swamp, and Meticulous Archive. I guess I'll take the Stern Scolding. Play bridge number 2, pass turn. And now we're just going to stare at each other for a while. The difference is that I have this Fomori Vault that I can start activating. And I think I will activate it if I draw anything other than, like, exactly Lantern. Oh, and they just concede from the game. Yeah, we'll take an easy win against a deck that has difficulty answering Mainboard and Snaring Bridge. They just chose to not give me any additional information, huh? All right, so what does that mean? Kind of want to keep in Surgicals. They're on Esper something. I don't know if they're on Gorios or if they're on Blink. Or if they're just on like mid-range. I think Pithing Needle's not going to be particularly strong. Underworld Cookbook isn't going to be particularly strong. And I think in their place, I will bring in 2 Duresses. Oh, that's been paused this whole time. There we go. I can keep that up at the bare minimum. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep it like that. Not going to dilute the deck too much. Well, this is a pretty damn good hand. I'm going to keep this. Turn 1, Inquisition. Turn 2, Suspend Profane Tutor. Got a lot of stuff that I can do beyond that. It's pretty resilient to this Thoughtseize because Profane Tutor just tutors this bridge if I need it to. Wow, they took my Inquisition. That's really interesting. I think I will simply lay out Lantern then. Counterspell on top of their deck. Into Hollowed Fountain. And this is a Psychic Frog. It is. They still have 4 unknowns in hand, which is a lot of unknowns. I think, even though I could get this Pyxis down, I think it's just correct to suspend Profane Tutor here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Discarding Fatal Push to the Psychic Frog. I think that's probably reasonable. They're going to be drawing Orcish Bowmasters here. I'm not sure that I would have been milling that with the Pyxis anyway. Undercity Sewers is their land for turn, holding open Counterspell. And I don't really have an inclination to just throw this Ensnaring Bridge underneath this Counterspell. I think I'm just going to be laying out some other stuff instead. And I think I do actually want this Urza Saga. I'm going to pop Mishra's Bauble now. No, actually, yeah, I'm going to pop Mishra's Bauble now, even if it is going to cost me a little bit here for the Orcish Bowmasters, I mean, because I kind of want to get rid of this Counterspell. And I really want to draw this Urza Saga because that's land number 4. So yeah, I'm going to take a second ping here. That's not going to be that big of a deal, I think. All right, I'm going to draw this Urza Saga. That's going to make me ping again. I think that's okay. I think I'm just going to go ahead and exile with Pyxis right now. I just don't want them having another counterspell. Dang it. Yeah, they have another counterspell. Oh, I had a Lantern. I could have made them shuffle. Oh, well. They're going to have another Psychic Frog in hand. I think they actually might win this. Yeah, there's a decent chance that they're going to win this here. Interesting. They have Consign and Counterspell, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and exile, because they countered the wrong trigger with that Profane Tutor. Oh, yeah. Starting to get into pretty tricky territory here. Okay, Urza Saga is down. I need to drop this Codex Shredder. I could... No, they have 2 counterspells. I'm not really sure how I'm going to get around 2 counterspells. Yeah, with the Consigned Memory as well. I think I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it up here pretty soon. I just don't see a way to get around the second counterspell. I should have sacrificed my Lantern of Insight. I will have them mill a card on their upkeep because I just want to see what's going on. Get a little bit more info on their deck. A Psychic Frog is fine. And they are just starting to discard stuff. They're just going for lethal here. They've got it. They had a pest control in hand. Just decided to keep it in hand. Yeah, I'll go ahead and wrap it up to that. That's fine. Sorry, still a little sick, I think. So that game, I let them draw a counterspell when I should not have let them draw a counterspell. That was just an easy shuffle with the Lantern, you know? But they kind of had a lot of stuff in hand. The turn 1 Thoughtseize taking my Inquisition was a really heads-up play, I think. Do I want to bring in another Assassin's Trophy? I don't think so. I think I'm fine just as is. I could attempt to keep them off of threats if I brought in that third Assassin's Trophy. Oh, this is a pretty good hand. Yeah, I'll keep this. I am going to lead on Catacombs into Basic Swamp into Inquisition. And let's see where their hand is the weakest. That'll decide if I go for an Urza Saga line or if I go for an Ensnaring Bridge line. And I think this is definitely more along the Urza Saga line. I'm gonna take the Pest Control out of this hand. They'll have the ability to Dreams of Steel and Oil me and take my Ensnaring Bridge. I think that's okay. I still have needles in my deck. Yeah, I still have 2 needles. Okay. That's Pyxis. That's not that bad. That means that I can just play it and make constructs later. This turn is very obviously they're going to be dropping Psychic Frog off of Basic Island, which they hadn't shown me earlier. That's nice. And I have a Codex Shredder now. Interesting. I could... Oh, actually, no, I can't because I played the Verdant Catacombs, so I can't cast Assassin's Trophy. They're jumping Frog, exiling their entire graveyard here. Okay, that's fine. They're drawing a card. I don't know why they still have subtleties in the deck. I guess those are just finishers. They don't seem particularly strong. Oh, and we've got Psychic Frog number 2. Okay, that's fantastic. There's a decent chance that I get Pithing Needle for Psychic Frog off of this Urza Saga. Like, not gonna lie, I might actually do that. Okay, oh yeah, I forgot I put it a Beseiju in this list. That's kind of fun. And yeah, they are just letting it happen. I'm gonna get Pithing Needle and I'm gonna put it on Psychic Frog. All right, that's fine. I don't think that they really have anything that I need to Beseiju, so I will play this as a land. And do I hold down the fort or do I start crashing in? I think I'm going to hold down the fort with one token and then crash in with the other, at least for now. They activated their Polluted Delta, finding a Meticulous Archive. They kept it on top, I believe. They did. Actually, does it matter that much? Yeah, I'll go ahead and mill it. I want to see what they kept on top. It's a Fatal Push. Yeah. Are they going to be suiciding their frogs into my constructs? No, they are not. Okay, and I am in a non-negligibly good position here. I think I will continue just attacking in with a single construct. I can always trophy something if I need to. Looks like they're using Bowmasters to block. That's fine. I'm just gonna hold everything open. It doesn't matter that much. I've got this Fomori Vault that I can activate if I need to. Probably gonna discard this Overgrown Tomb. Narset, Parter of Veils. Okay, that's a pretty good way to break my lock, I think. Let's see what they find. Just a plain old counterspell, huh? I'm gonna set a stop on end combat here. Just in case they skip attacks. They did skip attacks. I could trophy a frog to play around counterspell. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna let it happen, and I'm gonna prioritize activating Fomori Vault here. Duress, Extirpate, Inquisition of Kozilek, Mox Opal, and Profane Tutor. This is a really interesting spread of cards. This is a really interesting spread of cards. So if I was interested in beating down as much as possible, I'd probably grab the Mox Opal. That would allow me to spin whatever I drew and probably play it immediately next turn. If I was interested in checking their hand, I'd take Inquisition. They have a counterspell in hand. I don't know if I'm particularly interested in playing around that. I kind of just want another Urza Saga, honestly. I think I'm going to take the Mox Opal. Ah, that's Lantern of Insight. That is a pretty good draw. Do I just play that? I think I'm just going to play that. Let's see if it gets countered. It does not. I'm going to cast this Mox Opal, and I'm going to hold open Assassin's Trophy still. Now what do I do? If I think that there is a Urza Saga in the top 7 cards of my deck, then developing that now would be pretty decent. But my opponent's about to draw a Consign to Memory. Although I could just take the Consign to Memory. Yeah, let's go ahead and just take the Consign to Memory. Blooming Marsh on top of my deck. Undercity Sewers on top of theirs. I'm going to swing with one construct here. And I think I'm going to just do the same thing that I did last time, which is hold open for Mori Vault and Assassin's Trophy. I'm okay with them drawing an Undercity Sewers here. They cannot grab Subtlety off of this Narset activation. They did grab a Fatal Push. And they are targeting my bigger construct here. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think I'm going to Assassin's Trophy one of these frogs now. The bigger one. Let's see if they counterspell this, and they do. All right, that's fine. So this actually represents 2 draws. So that one is a Marsh Flats. And that one's a Force of Negation. I don't really want them having Force of Negation. Not in this spot. Teferi Time Raveler is even worse, I think. But I don't think it's worth sacrificing my Lantern over. Alright, Undercity Sewers is down. Kept the Rizzler on top of their deck. Well, I want Rizzler off the top of their deck anyway, so let's just go ahead and use Pyxis. Oh, and that's an Ensnaring Bridge. That's very interesting. So I could just play Ensnaring Bridge right now. They would have to bounce it with Teferi. And then what? They would swing in with their frogs. They would draw 2 more cards. I have to think about this quite a bit here. I think I'm going to draw the Ensnaring Bridge. It's just a matter of if I spin it away with Vault or not. Okay, so I am pretty damn sure that they do not have a creature removal spell in hand outside of exactly Teferi Time Raveler. So they could, if I play Ensnaring Bridge right now, they could just cast Teferi Time Raveler, bounce my Ensnaring Bridge, draw a card, attack with both of their Psychic Frogs, possibly draw an additional card off of that. I could just swing in with this construct and then play Ensnaring Bridge and then force them into a really difficult position, because if they bounce Bridge and attack, then I just kill them with this construct. So the question is, am I attacking with this construct or am I not attacking? I think I have to attack. I think I have to put them in that position. So this will put them down to 5. Ensnaring Bridge will land. Unless they have a Consigned Memory in hand or something, or they have Force of Negation. Pitching Wan Chi Tong Librarian. Okay, so that means that I know their hand now. That is actually not particularly good for me. So Quantum Riddler needs to go. Consigned Memory. Oh, that's really bad. Yeah, this game is slipping away from me. Because here comes the Teferi. Teferi's going to bounce Construct. They're looking for something better to draw into here. Ah, that's Pest Control. Ooh, I think that's game. I think that's pretty much just game here. Because they can just blow up my entire board. And I've got no lock, and I'm facing pretty much just active frogs, Teferi that's ticking up, and a Consigned Memory in hand. I think I'm just going to wrap it up to that. Wow, that was really good from them, I think. Perhaps playing out the Ensnaring Bridge in that position was not correct. Maybe I just needed to be more focused on getting my constructs sorted. Honestly, I didn't expect them to have a creature in hand. That was really interesting. Maybe they were just keeping that in hand for Force of Negation purposes that whole time. So maybe I should have prioritized beating them down a little more instead of trying to play the Ensnaring Bridge, which means that I should have probably tried to filter for like a discard spell or a removal spell or something instead of casting that bridge. I don't know. I don't know. That was a really interesting game. I had a really fun time playing it. I'm going to go ahead and move on to match 2. Okay, I am on the play in match 2 versus Black Lotus. But, you know, using Leet speak. This hand is not keepable. It just doesn't cast my spells. I'm going to mulligan. This hand does cast spells, but it doesn't cast very many spells. I think I will keep this anyway, and I'm going to bottom the Verdant Catacombs, and my turn 1 will just be Verdant Catacombs pass. 5 lands, though. That's not great. See if we can at least get a good hit off of this Underground Mortuary that I'll be fetching for. The hero hitting us with a Windswept Heath pass, huh? Do I take second Ensnaring Bridge? Windswept Heath Pass. What could this be? This could be a Samwise / Yawgmoth deck. It could be an interesting start for blue-green. What's that deck? The Birthing Ritual deck? Pretty sure that deck has a lot of green in it, right? That's really interesting. Yeah, it could be 4-color Omnath Birthing Ritual. It could be Zoo on a really bad start, but then why would they keep 7? I think I'm going to be more proactive than second Ensnaring Bridge. This is a really interesting decision, though. And we got rewarded with yet another land. All right, that's fine. Just gonna go ahead and play out my stuff. Bluff like a Fatal Push or something? I have no idea. All right, your Surveil lands no longer work. And Dotha Triumph. All right, it's Zoo. Maybe I should have kept the Ensnaring Bridge then. Just holding open Flooded Strand, huh? Is this really Zoo? Just a really, really bad Zoo start? I don't really want to play Ensnaring Bridge right into a Stubborn Denial. So I think I will hold. I can Besage you if I really need to. Thundering Falls. Yeah, it's gotta be Zoo. Just a really slow, bad start for Zoo. Why would you keep this hand? Gonna go ahead and take their... I'll take their Surveil here. No, it's not Zoo. It's 5-color Birthing Ritual. That's really interesting. They bolted in a Witch-Blessed Meadow. Yeah, and they're going for a Shardless Agent here. That is a Birthing Ritual. Now, if they surveilled a Birthing Ritual to the top of their deck, and they cast a Shardless Agent here instead of anything else, that tells me they might not have another Birthing Ritual. I have the Beseiju in hand. I think I'm just going to use Beseiju. All right, Beseiju being better than Basic Forest right now. They found Sacred Foundry. And I think now I actually will land my Ensnaring Bridge. I'll have 1 card in hand after all of this is done, so Shardless Agent can't even attack. I am desperately looking for a discard spell. That's what I want right now. Oh, I found a Lantern. That's interesting. I found a Lantern. That's really interesting. Does that mean that I grab something else? Do I grab another mill rock? Another Pyxis, perhaps? Do I grab Grafdigger's Cage and shut off more birthing ritual shenanigans? I could be fairly confident that they don't have another birthing ritual. But Grafdigger's Cage would insulate me in case I'm wrong. Mox Opal would allow me to play out my entire hand, and it would turn on for more Vault digging sooner. There are a lot of really interesting choices here. I'm not sure what is the best. It's either Pyxis or Opal or Cage. Pyxis would bring me up to 3 mill rocks. I'm not sure I need 3 mill rocks. Opal would allow me to dump everything right now because I would only have either 1 mill rock right now plus bridge, or I'd have 2 mill rocks and bridge wouldn't land quite yet. Or I could grab Opal and turn on for more Vault. I think I'm gonna grab Opal here. And now I will play Lantern. And that is an Inquisition of Kozilek on top of my deck. I think I'm going to drop in Snaring Bridge, and I'm not going to play the Pyxis. And I guess I'm just going to hope they don't have another Shardless Agent here. Okay, they played the Windswept Heath. Ooh, that's a Leyline Binding. That's not great. All right, so Leyline Binding hits Ensnaring Bridge. Windswept Heath will have them shuffle. And they still have 5 cards in hand that they can use. That is a lot of cards. Looks like they're using an Omnath here. Okay, Omnath will draw into Misty Rainforest. And I don't believe that I can afford to keep this Inquisition on top of my deck any longer. So I am going to fetch here. Grab that Overgrown Tomb. No, I'm not going to pay the life here. I will have you mill a card. All right. So I'm going to draw into this Grafdigger's Cage. But the problem here is that I'm still like 1 land short. I could, for Mori Vault, and then discard this Grafdigger's Cage, hope to hit a land in the top 3 of my deck. And then if I do, which I didn't, but I found an Ensnaring Bridge at least, so I guess that's fine. Stomping Ground is their draw for turn. Okay, Misty Rainforest to sit play. They can fetch now if they want to. Oh, they're doing something else. Uh-oh, what is this? A Magmatic Hellkite. What on earth? It doesn't have haste, at least. I have to search for the basic anyway, so I may as well grab it. And it's got a stun counter on it, so it's not going to be unstunned here in this next turn cycle. Fetching with Misty Rainforest. Are they going to try and tempo me out? Do they have another Magmatic Hellkite in hand? Oh my god. No way. Wow. Yeah, you got it. I don't think I search out this basic. I think I keep it in there. so that I can draw into it. Because it being tapped is not really going to help me. Dang, that's a really, that's really good. But now any fetch land allows me to fetch that basic swamp out of my deck that I would have searched for with this Magmatic Hellkite. But now I actually like have to have a land underneath this Lantern of Insight or underneath of that. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Urza Saga is the draw. I'm going to go ahead and play that. And I am going to drop Ensnaring Bridge. And let's just hope that that's what their deck does. I'm going to have to let them draw that Omnath. Stomping Ground is coming down. The hero is going to gain 4 life here. And that's all they've got. Okay. Magmatic Hellkite, I don't really worry about too much right now. Thoughtseize is fine, I guess. Might not actually be fine. Because this will deal 4 damage to each opponent and Planeswalker. And I kinda need that cookbook right now. So I think I might actually shut them off of this Magmatic Hellkite that's on top of their deck. And I'm gonna hold this Thoughtseize. I am going to just assume that they don't have any answers to what I'm doing right now. I feel like if they had an answer, then they would have used it already. So I will exile with Pyxis here. I probably should have milled, but it's fine. Oh, and that's a Shardless Agent. And my Grafdigger's Cage is in the yard. Yeah, I have to take that. Subtlety is fine. You can have a subtlety, that's fine. Okay, and I think I have successfully threaded the needle here. Let's go ahead and grab that cookbook. And now I will Thoughtseize them. Just to make sure. Yeah. I'm not going to be playing around Omnaths or anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a Subtlety. I think I will drop this Needle, this Lantern. They don't have a way to get 3 lands in play right now. They can do up to 2. And I think I threaded the needle here. I think it worked. That tempo plan with the Magmatic Hellkites, that was a really heads up play for my opponent, trying to play around what they could play around. Oh, and I made a mistake. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Turn off auto yields. Turn off auto yields. Okay, that was fast. I made a mistake. I turned on my auto yields, but I forgot that they had another Omnath in hand. So now I'm gonna have to deal with this Quantum Riddler for a little bit at least. I will exile the top card of everyone's deck face down. Okay, and they're just gonna have to have a Flooded Strand, I think. And then I will have to deal with this Quantum Riddler. I'm thinking here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fall a little bit lower. Profane Tutor is going on suspend. That will have to find the Assassin's Trophy to deal with the Riddler. And at some point, I'm gonna need cards in hand, so that I can discard them to Underworld Cookbook and gain some life. Yeah, that F6 that I did, that F0 was a really bad F0. I should not have done that. The hero is not attempting to burn me out here. But they are, however, going to hard cast a Rizzler here. I mean, I'm gonna have to exile that Witch Enchanter. Yeah, that's gotta go. That'll win them the game on the spot. Birthing Ritual also has to go. Hollowed Fountain is fine. Okay, and they give it up. I was willing to play that out, but my opponent just didn't want to play the rest of the game, I suppose. I should not have done that F0 on the turn that I did the F0. That was that was pretty bad. I was trying to save some clock, but I ended up just causing a bigger problem for myself, especially with that Omnath in hand. If Omnath wasn't in hand, then sure, F0. But, you know, don't let them just have open access. Oh, I don't... Don't just let them have open access to cantrips whenever they want. So I do not actually have Torpor Orbs in this build. What I do have is Dreams of Steel and Oil, Duress, another Assassin's Trophy. Now, Pithing Needle is pretty much completely dead in this matchup, so I'm going to side out both of those. Grafdigger's Cage is one of the most important things that I could possibly have access to. Underworld Cookbook, it might be worth it to bring in. Omnath is a problem. I'm just not sure if it's worth having Underworld Cookbook in, or if I would just want to keep them off of spare Omnaths and then just like trophy it or something. I suppose I could bring in Dreams of Steel and Oil. Yeah, I'll try that. I'll try that. Dreams of Steel and Oil is more for stuff like Esper Blink or Jeskai Blink. But I'll take it. I'll take it for now. This is an interesting hand. I can Thoughtseize Extirpate something. I could just turn 1 Underground Mortuary, turn 2 Profane Tutor. Sorry. Another land. Yeah, I'm going to turn 1 Underground Mortuary here. No, actually, I think I need to Thoughtseize them. That other land allows me to delay that mortuary for a while. So I can play this Thoughtseize with the knowledge that whatever I Thoughtseize could potentially be extirpated. And they just kept a hand that's just 3 destroy stuff spells. That's interesting. I think I'm gonna take the Wear Tear. That hand is pretty weak to Urza Saga, I think. Witch Enchanter is going to be able to come down when Urza Saga is on chapter 2. Oh, don't tell me it broke again. Come on. All right, yeah, something broke again. Dang it. I'll fix it in a little bit. Oh, wait, nope. There it goes. Okay. So Wear Tear's gone. I don't think I'm going to be extirpating Wear Tear anytime soon. Breeding Pool tapped. They have Leyline Binding as their interaction. I just don't think I'm going to be playing around that. Or, I mean, I don't think I'm going to be playing into it. I could Thoughtseize them. I could Thoughtseize them and then play Saga Shredder. If I do that, what happens? I take the Witch Enchanter, obviously. They're still left with Leyline Binding. I think I'm going to do that. Although the Profane Tutor is really strong too. No, I'm going to Profane Tutor. I need a Profane Tutor. I just need to get that off the ground. Sacred Foundry tapped. Well, it's pretty obvious what their plan here is. Profane Tutor is going to be coming off Suspend next turn. There's a decent chance that I just skip making the construct here so that I can Thoughtseize them. Ooh, second Thoughtseize. You don't say. And then my Profane Tutor can just grab another Urza Saga. Interesting. Yeah, maybe I just take Leyline Binding here. Yeah, I'll take Leyline Binding. So that means their hand is what? Leyline Binding, Plains, Witch Enchanter, Subtlety. And then I can extirpate that Leyline Binding out of their hand if I want to. I don't think they're going to be using a Leyline Binding on the Codex Shredder here, so I'm going to get a little bit greedy. See what else I can do. Go ahead and mill them, just for funsies. Set a stop on their draw step, and now we will extirpate Leyline Binding. They have a Force of Vigor, which is not very good in the hand that they have right now. So they've got Force of Vigors, they got 2 Wear Tears, Witch Enchanters, 1 more, they're left in their deck. Cavero Mindbitten, what the heck is this? It's a guy with a spider on his head. Why is it a guy with a spider on his head? So he's a copy of a creature in a graveyard. Okay, that's weird. Oh, I need to take that Leyline Binding out of their hand too. I mean, okay. They're obviously going to be playing Witch Enchanter this turn. Right? You're playing Witch Enchanter this turn, right? You've been playing up to that this entire time. Oh, Hardcast Force of Vigor. Yeah, that's also an option that you have access to. And now I get to cast this Profane Tutor. In this position, what do I want to be doing? I think I want to still be aggroing them out. Yeah, I'm going to grab another Urza Saga. I will draw for turn. I'm probably going to be Thought Seizing them. Ooh, that's an Ensnaring Bridge, though. That's really interesting. Taking that Witch Enchanter out of their hand. Leaving them with a subtlety that they actually can't cast right now. And then I have this Ensnaring Bridge as a backup in case things go south. Not the worst plan I've ever come up with. Okay, I've got a Boseiju now. I don't know if that's any good. I think I'm just gonna play Underground Mortuary, try to find like a land, or not a land, like a, there we go. Yeah, I'll keep that. And suddenly I have a lock. My opponent has drawn 2 cards that I don't know about. They're likely duds. Okay, one of them's a land, but that does actually cast Subtlety. Unfortunately, this construct is going to become bigger than Subtlety. Yeah, let's just go ahead and make another construct here. And that Profane Tutor getting this Urza Saga seems, at this point at least, to have been a pretty good play. That is another Lantern on top of my deck. I think I'm just going to play Pyxis here. I'm going to swing in, and then I'm going to see what happens. They are simply taking it. Yeah, I'm going to hold. They're fetching. This is why you hold. They've got another Subtlety here. How does the math on this work out? I'm going to fall to 9. My opponent is going to fall to 6. I'm going to fall to 3. And then my opponent's going to die. And I have the Ensnaring Bridge as backup in case I need it. Yeah, I'm just going to let them have the Subtlety. Not going to worry about it. This thing doesn't have Vigilance, so if they want to be attacking, then they have to, you know, not block. That's how creatures without Vigilance work. I'm sure that y'all learned something incredibly nice and wonderful from watching me play this stupid game. So this is interesting, though. I don't think I want them having Omnath, and this Lantern I'm not particularly attached to. That Force of Vigor is pretty nasty, though, so I don't think I want them having that either. Let's go ahead and exile one more time. I said exile one more time, please. And that's a 𝗟𝗡. That's interesting. That's really interesting. 𝗟𝗡, I could try and trick them into using that on my constructs. Yeah, they're flashing in subtlety. That wasn't surprising in the slightest. And I think they're going to double block here, right? Oh, they're double chumping? No, that's not right. Okay, yeah, there's the double block. They're going to take some amount of damage. And then I think I'm just going to pass. I'm going to let them have the 𝗟𝗡. And if they want to keep swinging in, then yeah, they're just blocking. Okay, that's fine. 𝗟𝗡 will blow up my construct if they want it to. I don't know if they are going to do that, though. I kind of hope they do. Ooh, Trophy's a really good pickup. Trophy is a reason for me to play at Boseiju. I don't think I'm going to, though. I think I will offer the trade here. Let's see if they take it. Really wishing this Dreams of Steel and Oil was basically anything else. They are trading, so they're saving the 𝗟𝗡. I think I need to take the Quantum Riddler. I just don't think it's good for them to have that. But the Urza Saga is pretty good for me to have, so I'll take that. That is another subtlety that they were holding. All right, so their last card in hand is 𝗟𝗡. Thundering Falls on top of their deck. And I think I'm just going to destroy this now. I don't think I'm going to wait. Birthing Ritual, huh? I think Birthing Ritual is not actually that bad in this situation. They're holding everything. Like, I have the Boseiju that can answer Birthing Ritual if I really need it to. Ooh, and I have another trophy. That's really good. Are they firing off 𝗟𝗡 right now? Is this what they were waiting for? Looks like they're just letting it happen. Just tear, huh? Just tear. It was pretty much free to blow up my lantern. I don't know why you didn't do that. All right. Well, we got what we wanted. Birthing Ritual is down now. Or it can be down, I suppose. I think I need to dig myself into more stuff. I don't really want them having that Shardless Agent anyway. Although Shardless Agent gets answered by the Boseiju in hand. Yeah, I'll go ahead and draw this. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Dreams of Steel and Oil continues to rot in my hand. Shardless Agent will cascade into... Wow, Birthing Ritual. Look at that. Okay, so now I can't let them have a creature until... basically ever. Let's go ahead and Beseiju their Shardless Agent right now. Keeping them off creatures. Yeah, I think they want that Magmatic Hellkite on top of their deck. And I don't want this Overgrown Tomb. I'm in a pretty bad spot. This lock is not strong enough. I'm going to have to dig myself into a lot more stuff. Wow. Yeah, Pyxis. I'll take it. I will take a Pyxis. And now I have to keep them off of all creatures. It's not going to be easy. It's possible. It's just not easy. Yeah. This is not going to be good. I can trophy a single creature if I need to. Hey, it's a Birthing Ritual. Yeah, you can have that. And I think I'm going to use my lock to try and keep them off of creatures and dig myself into more stuff. See how well that goes. That is a Codex Shredder. Wow, I just got really lucky. I am going to go into serious mode now. All right. Actually, I want more mill rocks, so I'm going to exile here. And I will mill myself. Trying to dig into another mill rock. That wasn't it. I am not playing that Ensnaring Bridge because I need to hold open trophy. Omori Vault, I desperately want on top of my deck. Flooded Strand. Later's a land for turn. Okay. Codex Shredder, I think I am going to use on my opponent, get rid of that Quantum Riddler. If they have yet another dead card, it's a Birthing Ritual. That's fantastic. That means that I get Fomori Vault now. And I kind of just lucked out in this game, not gonna lie. Like, I got very lucky. Like, I had one mill rock and the cards just kind of lined up perfectly to make it such that I was able to get more. You may not have a Shardless... might be actually time to use Trophy. Actually, no. I'm gonna make them crack their stuff. Oh, but I really want that Pyxis. Well, too late for that now. Okay. Flooded Strand on top of their deck. Played it as their land for turn. Okay. And now it is time to activate this Fomori Vault. Getting rid of something. And I'll take a Lantern. I'm going to hold that Surgical Extraction in hand. It's a shuffle if I need it. I think I have to let them have Thundering Falls at this point, or Force of Negation. Yeah, I think that's fine. Thundering Falls is finally coming down. All right. And I'm still pretty desperately digging for mill rocks at this point here. Would love to find another Pyxis or something. I did not find it. I'm going to take the Mox Opal. And sorry, my hand tracker is kind of broken right now. I don't know what's going on with it. They only have Force of Negation in hand right now. That is an Omnath, Locus of Creation. You may not have that. Misty's fine. They've only got the one fetch land in play, the Misty Rainforest that they just drew. Oh, I think I still need to be digging for mill rocks. I did not hit. Might not actually have any more mill rocks. I'm gonna go ahead and play out this Urza's Saga and then play out Lantern of Insight. I don't care if it gets countered. Okay. They are activating their Misty Rainforest, trying to get a Riddler. I'm not gonna let them have that. Birthing Ritual number 4 is fine. What a weird game. Keeping them off of all creatures. What a strange game. Oh, I should have milled the Quantum Riddler. I think it's okay, though. Okay, that can go down. That can go down. I think I'm going to Inquisition them. Take the Force of Negation. And then on their draw step, I think they have another Quantum Riddler in their graveyard. They do, so I'll just go ahead and Surgical that. Here we go. Quantum Riddler. Hang the black. Yep, that can go, and that's fine. All right, I'm going to start milling them. Kind of wishing I didn't have this Ensnaring Bridge in play. Yeah, wishing I didn't have this Ensnaring Bridge in play. Grafdigger's Cage hits. That actually means that creatures don't matter anymore, I think. Still gonna take him off creatures. This is their last draw step of the entire game. And it's a Wear-Chair. Yeah, I'm actually okay with Wear-Chair. What are they gonna do? Hit my Lantern? They can hit my Ensnaring Bridge? Hit my Grafdigger's Cage? It just doesn't matter at this point. The best thing that they can do is they can hit a Codex Shredder, and then I still have enough material to mill them out. Yeah, there we go. Should have done that earlier, mate. Elish Norn, Mother of Machines. I didn't see that when I was flipping through their deck earlier. All right. Activate Pyxis. Activate Pyxis. Shred the top card of your deck. I meant your deck. Thank you very much. And the hero, having been completely milled out, finally succumbs to the Lantern Lock. Well, that was a fun way to spend 45 minutes of my time. Let's move on to match 3. Thank you for tuning in, Isaiah. I appreciate it. And Monkey, I've been reading your chat when I can. Yeah, it's been a crazy day so far. Oh wow, that came out of nowhere. Sorry, still sick. Jeez. I'm on the play in match 3 versus Felipe. I will actually take the play here, and this is a good hand. Keeping this hand. This is turn 1 Inquisition, turn 2 Thoughtseize into Saga, Lantern, or something like that. You know, you got a game plan here. I will actually lead on Inquisition. And what do we have? A bunch of nasties. I could take Ragavan Felia to really slow them down. And I think I will. They just played a Flooded Strand and pass. I am going to Thought Seize them. I'm going to take that Felia. They have a Galvanic Discharge. That's nice to know about. That tells me that I might actually want to play the Underworld Cookbook. Yeah, I think I'm going to play the Underworld Cookbook. And then I might actually go on a beatdown plan with Saga Constructs here. Binning a Flooded Strand. My opponent knows that they're actively looking for another Felia now. Do I discard a card to make my construct a bit bigger? I think I will, actually. I'm going to discard this for Mori Vault. I think I'm going aggro right now. And I'm going to play out the basic Swamp. I don't want any shenanigans with timing windows with this Bloodstained Mire. Elegant Parlor is their fetch off of their Arid Mesa here. Binning a Plains. Sacred Foundry tapped from the hero. I will make a construct here now. They chose not to discharge it. Well, let's go ahead and make another construct. That hits. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. I could take Grafdigger's Cage to make it so they can't escape Flage. Or I could simply get some sort of Lantern Lock going. I don't know what the correct play here is. Still have my other basic Swamp. So I could actually... I don't know how good Mox Opal into Suspend Profane Tutor is. I kind of just want to play out this Lantern. Grafdigger's Cage shuts down Flage. They still have Solitude, so that would actually be a realistic problem. I think I'm going to grab Pyxis. I'm going to grab Pyxis. I'm going to play my Bloodstained Mire. I'm going to fetch here. I'm going to grab basic Swamp, and I'm going to play Lantern of Insight. I already know what most of their hand is. Just going to swing in for 6, see if that connects. That does connect. I mean... Oh, they have Felia. That makes sense. All right. So that means that they're going to be able to do a bunch of stuff now. Oh, they can Thought Seize me. Wow, that's so gross. Oh, that's so disgusting. That's why they didn't care about any of this, is because one of their 2 unknowns was a Felia. All right. Well, I need to find Ensnaring Bridge pretty much immediately now. Does it need to be immediately? Does it need to be immediate? So Profane Tutor goes off. I fall to 9. Then I have another draw. I fall to 5. Oh no. No, my food token would be able to save me. Yeah, my food token would save me. Okay. So that means that I can safely draw this Profane Tutor and just suspend it. And then next turn, and I'm not blocking, so I'm attacking. Next turn, I can pop the food token. Oh, jeez. Arch of Otherworldly Light, huh? Yeah, I don't want them to have that. They just flaging? They're flaging me. I think they've got 2 Ragavans in hand, right? Okay, blinking the construct with the Felia here. Next turn, they'll be able to escape Flage. Falling to 8. I can't let them have the Otherworldly Light here, so I'm gonna have to exile regardless of what actually is going on here. That's a Quantum Riddler. But I need the Ensnaring Bridge. Profane Tutor can grab a whatever you call it to deal with the Quantum Riddler if I really need it. An Assassin's Trophy. I think I will still attempt to exile it with Pyxis here. Arid Mesa underneath, that's fine. Okay, and the distraction with Urza Saga was enough to kind of shut down this game. I did top deck an Ensnaring Bridge, which was a bit lucky, honestly. But I also had the Profane Tutor that I knew was going to be, you know, coming. It's just that now I can afford to use Profane Tutor for something else. All right, Flage is hitting play. I'm going to go up to, go down to 5, but I still have this food if I need it. And I think I have this game. I think I just need to not screw it up. I will grab a Codex Shredder. Wow, and Assassin's Trophy. That's really good. I don't care about Consigned Memory at this point. Okay, pop the food. Go up to 8. You know what? I care a little bit about Consigned Memory. I will... Oh, it's a Solitude. It's not a Ragavan. Okay. I'll take the Consign. Gonna continue holding this Assassin's Trophy. Suspending Profane Tutor, that's fine. That's probably going to be getting a Mill Rock in a couple of turns. They're binning a Galvanic Discharge off this Thundering Falls. Found a basic island. Hardcasting Solitude? Yeah, hardcasting Solitude. That's fine. I will take the second Ensnaring Bridge. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I'm going to take it anyway. There we go. What a wild game. That was a really tight needle to thread there, I think. I'm just gonna leave everything as is. Profane Tutor will simply grab... I'm gonna grab Pyxis. I don't need that other ensnaring bridge. Just discard that now so that I don't make a mistake later. Yep, you can't have Wrath of the Skies. I'm not going to be okay with that. You can go ahead and mill that. Solitude's fine, though. Okay. Fable is not okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Wanshing Tong is not okay. Let's get rid of that. I'd rather you not have Ephemerate. That is just an additional, what, 3 damage to me? I guess it's fine. Well, actually, no, it's not fine. It's not fine. Go ahead and bin that. Consign is fine. That's actually fine. And, you know, we're just taking the good cards, leaving them with bad ones. That's how you play the deck. Friend, this is an activated ability, not a triggered ability. I am going to start milling them just a little bit. Game needs to end at some point, right? Okay, that's fine. And I think I'm at a comfortable enough life total to where I don't need to be making any more foods. Let's take a look at their deck. Surgical Extraction on Wrath of the Skies. Try and prompt that concession. Yeah, it's no concession. They've got 2 Phlages and 2 Prismatic endings. That can really wreck my day here. Only 1 Wrath of the Skies, though. That's fine. No Rizzler for you. And I don't really know what's in their hand at this point. I don't think it matters that much. My opponent knows that too. They're just trying to beat out the clock, which is fair. This Galvanic Discharge can combine with the Galvanic Discharge in their hand to hit Phlage so that they can recast it from their graveyard. Doesn't matter. Because they are dead. All right, F6 for the rest of the game. Fantastic. That was a really tight little game that we had for the first few turns, where we were kind of jockeying back and forth over those saga tokens and trying to thread the needle on how to get that ensnaring bridge down. I think I would have still won this game if I hadn't top decked that ensnaring bridge. It's just that the ensnaring bridge just made it so much easier, you know? So I'm gonna take it. Okay. Let's see how we want to do this in game 2. Again, no torpor orbs, which is what I would really want to have in this matchup. And I don't have any blood moons, which is something I also would really want to have in this matchup. So what do I have instead? I have Grafdigger's Cage, which doesn't seem particularly good. I have Underworld Cookbook, which I actually think I want. Do I bring in Fatal Push just to slow down their early aggression? I might do that. Do I take out Extirpate? I don't know. Extirpate, well, I could hit like their Wrath of the Skies and stuff, but they just have so many different types of answers, you know? So it might not be particularly strong. Pithing Needles are pretty bad, but they did have Teferi Time Ravelers in their deck, so maybe I need to keep my Pithing Needles in. It's kind of interesting. Maybe I will take out one Pithing Needle. Take out one well, no, I'm gonna leave Fatal Pushes in. Am I gonna leave Fatal Pushes in? Because I could bring in an Assassin's Trophy and like a Dreams of Steel and Oil. Yeah, I'm gonna bring in Dreams of Steel and Oil and Assassin's Trophy, and I'm gonna side out the Fatal Pushes. I don't know if that's correct or not. This hand lands Ensnaring Bridge and dies. Gonna mulligan. This hand literally does nothing. Gonna mulligan this too. Quick mull to 5. Don't like that. This hand has double Thoughtseize with Urza Saga backup. I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm going to be bottoming one of the fetch lands for sure. And honestly, I might bottom the Ensnaring Bridge. And just hope that double Thoughtseize gets the job done. That's a second Urza Saga. I guess I'll take that. A Swamp Thoughtseize you. Wow, that's a lot of nasties. That is a lot of nasties. I think I can beat a Ragavan. Consign doesn't currently have mana necessary to cast it. Neither does Teferi. I think I'm going to take the Wear Tear. Wear Tear is just such a clean answer to Urza Saga. This Ragavan will hit one time, and that'll unlock their access to blue mana. So this Thoughtseize does actually need to take that Teferi. Hollowed Fountain. That's great. I know I'm going to get blown out by any number of things. Wrath of the Skies is going to be the big one here. But at a certain point, like, you need to mull to 5 and you just need to try something, you know? Ooh, they're Inquisitioning me. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, look at my hand. It's just Urza Sagas. This is what my hand does. Hollowed Fountain tapped. which means that I will be able to get a construct out of this. Oh, I probably should have played the Blooming Marsh there, huh? Oh, that's not good. They're tapping things. Why are they tapping things? Because they're casting Teferi. Just bouncing the Urza Saga. That's reasonable, I think. Okay. Unfortunate that they drew that. Really was trying to not have them draw that. Well, I mean, Urza Saga has to come back right down, right? And I'm not attacking because I don't want this Ragavan to be connecting anymore. And Consign to Memory is something that they have in hand, so they could consign the Saga Construct trigger if they wanted to, or they could Flage me. Yep, that's fair. Well, if you hit another discard spell off of this Ragavan, then you'll be able to see that I have just drawn lands. Oh, they hit an Ensnaring Bridge. They chose not to cast it, though. Very interesting. Wow, where are my cards? Like, where are my spells that I can cast here? I'm gonna bin that Pyxis. I don't want them hitting it off of Ragavan if this construct can't block. Well, I mean, they've done a pretty dang good job so far. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's not good. Don't cast Wrath of the Skies, bro. Don't Wrath me. Don't Wrath me. Oh, it's a Wrath of the Skies. Yeah, that sucks. Hate to say it, but I think my opponents won this one. Just no draw control of any kind. They've been able to delay my Urza Saga long enough to make it so that I just can't do anything. They found Lantern off of Ragavan, choosing not to cast it, probably. That's not good. Why are they doing that? Why are they doing this? What is this? It's an Ashiok Dream Render. Sure. Yeah, you got an Ashiok Dream Render, buddy. Wow, they didn't hit much of note here, though. I could play out yet another Urza Saga. And then Assassin's Trophy the Teferi. Although that turns on Flage. Pretty sure Flage is going to be turned on anyway. I don't think I'm winning this. I think I'm going to do one more turn here. But I think that it would be in my best interest to concede quickly, so I can do good on game 3 and have a little bit more time. Oh yeah, they can just target themselves. I forgot. With the Ashiok? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Just gonna concede quickly here. Go ahead and start sideboarding. Do I want to keep Grafdigger's Cage in? Grafdigger's Cage would have been wouldn't have been terrible in that position. It wouldn't have been terrible. Where's my other Pithing Needles at? Because I thought I had 3 pithing needles. But the deck is only showing 1 in the main, 1 in the side. That's weird. I'm not going to sit here and count all the cards. But it is a bit weird that that is the case. I think I'm just going to keep it as is. I'm going to try and win on the play this time. Maybe not on a mold of 5. We'll see. Yeah, I'd like to be on the play here. This hand does nothing. Got a mulligan it. This hand also does nothing. And this hand also does nothing. That was really fast. Notably, these Mishra's Baubles not being lands doesn't actually matter, because Mishra's Baubles wouldn't have been lands in the list anyway. Right, you know what? Am I really going to concede to this? This hand at least does something. Like, I can keep this, and then I can play Shredder, and then do nothing and die. Like, this is not going to be a fun game. Like, the Mishra's Baubles in that other hand, the Mold of 5, I think it was. This list plays 21 lands. So, I'm not actually replacing lands with Mishra's Baubles. I'm replacing spells with Mishra's Baubles. So if I hadn't had Mishra's Baubles in the list, then those would have just been different spells. And I think I just need to take the Wrath here. Okay, my opponent has hit... What did they hit, actually? What did they hit? They hit a Blooming Marsh? Man, I wanted that Blooming Marsh. They surveilled something to top with this Elegant Parlor. I'm just going to mill it with this Codex Shredder. Consigned to memory? Yeah, get out of here. Turn 3 now. I have a Mishra's Bauble that I can cast. Maybe next turn I'll be able to find myself a land. Who knows? Looks like my opponent is flashing in a Wan Chi Tong. That's pretty good. And I'm just going to take 3 here. Not much I can do about that. They hit a Pyxis. They could cast that Pyxis. They could mess with the cards that I want to draw. Might be a good idea for them, actually. They're choosing not to. Okay, land, please. That's a land, but it's a fetch land. I have to take it. Beggars can't be choosers. Double fetch land. All right, whatever. Gonna search my deck for a basic swamp. Wan Chi Tong's going to trigger. I have to play into that. I don't have a choice here. What did they do with this Meticulous Archive that they played? They put the card on top? Yeah, I'll mill it then. Okay, I got rid of a Quantum Riddler that way. I do not like playing into Wan Chi Tong like that. Oh, that is an Obsidian Charmaw, which is going to tag my Blooming Marsh. And I'm going to fall to 8. Oh, hey, good morning, Yuki. Thanks for tuning into the stream. It turns out mulling to 4 is just not a very good strategy against a deck that can function. Yeah, I'm dead on board. It just doesn't matter here. Okay, so I got hit with some pretty bad beats this match, I think. Second game was a mull to 5. Third game was a mull to 4. You could possibly make an argument that I should have kept like the 5 or something, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it was just really difficult to recover from those mulligans. The first game in this was a lot of fun, though. I had a lot of fun playing that. But game 2 was kind of close, even though I didn't have much of a lock, and game 3 was just a complete wash. I think that just mulling to 4 is what did it in that one. Oh well, we'll move on. I'm gonna move on to match 4 now. I hate to say it, but there is a chance that I'm not going to have time for match 5 today, just because I do need to end the stream promptly at 2:30 Eastern time. And I am getting close to that time. So I'm going to do my best. We'll see what we can do. I am on the draw in match 4 versus Doom Driver 501. This looks like a really fun hand. I'm going to keep this. It's just Urza Saga Profane Tutor, Urza Saga Profane Tutor. Seems like it would be really interesting. Hopefully we're not playing against something that's blitz fast and we just get run over. Basic Island into Preordained doesn't bode well for us because they're probably on Izzet Prowess. Double Scry to Top does not bode well for us either. Blooming Marsh, Lantern of Insight? Oh god. It's worse. It's so much worse. This is Neoform. We're playing against Neoform. We're playing against old school Neoform. And they just have it. They just turn 1 have it. All right, so here's what's going to happen here. They are going to they use Summoner's Pact, which is hang on. So they found a Summoner's Pact, which for free lets them search up a green creature card, put it into their hand, and then shuffle their deck. And now they have this Allosaurus Rider, which they exiled a couple of cards to cast it. Wild Cantor and an Eldritch Evolution. And then they have Neoform. This is going to allow them to search their deck for a creature card with mana value 1 greater than the Allosaurus Rider. So they can get an 8-drop because Allosaurus Rider is a 7-drop. And they found a Galta Stampede Tyrant, which when it enters, lets them put any number of creature cards from their hand onto the battlefield. Traditionally, you would grab a Gristlebrand, but they might have something other than Gristlebrand here. Nope, it is an Autothon Worm and a Disciple of Freyalise. So they will draw, how many cards here? 9 cards and gain 9 life. Let's take a look and see what they draw. So there's going to be definitely an Eldritch Evolution. And then I'm not going to put them all into the thing up top, but you'll be able to see them here. Oh, they didn't sacrifice a creature. Okay. I guess because they have 24 power on board and they're saying bet. That's completely reasonable, I think. They don't even have a hand anymore. Ensnaring Bridge is on top of my deck. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. All right, and we finally lose a game 1. But now I'm on the play, which means I can do what? I can do a duress. And I can side out Assassin's Trophies. I'm not going to side out Assassin's Trophies. In fact, I'm going to bring more in. Ensnaring Bridge is still good in this matchup. Grafdigger's Cage is actually extremely strong because it shuts off all of their random stuff. Underworld Cookbook can get out of the deck. And I'm not really going to have time to mess around with setting up with Mishra's Baubles and stuff. What else do I want to side out? I don't think I want to side out Pithing Needles because they still might be on Gristlebrand. I just didn't see enough of their deck to notice. So it's possible what I actually do here is side out, believe it or not, a Lantern. Because I just don't think I'm going to have time to get the lock set up. And maybe a single Mishra's Bauble. I feel weird about siding out this Lantern of Insight. Maybe it's wrong to do so, I'm not sure. The hero's taking their time sideboarding here. I mean, Lantern's not a very common deck to play against, I understand. Okay, here we go. I would like to be on the play, thank you. This hand has Duress Extirpate, and it has Ensnaring Bridge. I keep this. The hero's mulliganing to 6. I am going to lead on... Do I lead on Urza Saga, actually? Yeah, I'm going to lead on Urza Saga because I want to get that Grafdigger's Cage out of my deck as soon as possible. Gemstone Mine from the hero here. Natural State, huh? Yeah, you got it. Just kill my Urza Saga. Okay, well, now you need to deal with a Duress. Double Shoal, Turntimber Symbiosis, Allosaurus Rider, Simic Growth Chamber, huh? Why Simic Growth Chamber? I think I'm going to take the Turntimber Symbiosis, actually. Oh, hell. Give me a second. I need to fix that. Oh, that's so annoying. Give me a second. Why is everything breaking today? Okay, sorry about that. Things are just breaking left and right today for some reason. All right, so Turn-Tipper Symbiosis has gone out of their hand. I left them with double Nourishing Shoal and Allosaurus Rider, so they can start casting their Allosaurus Rider if they want to. Looks like they're just landing Simic Growth Chamber. They're gonna bounce their Gemstone Mine. And not do anything quite yet. I think here I will play Underground Mortuary and then extirpate their natural state. Or I could develop Shredder. No, I think I'm gonna just play the Underground Mortuary. And then next turn, yeah, I'm gonna keep the Assassin Trophy. Next turn, I'm going to land Ensnaring Bridge, and hopefully they'll have no outs to have resolved Ensnaring Bridge. Okay, extirpate that natural state. Let's see what's in your hand now. Did you draw a win? No. Oh, you've got a Witherbloom Apprentice. Why do you have a Witherbloom Apprentice? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So it looks like they have a ton of stuff here, actually. Veil of Summer. Disciple of Freyalise is in hand. The natural states need to go because that's just how they interact with my Ensnaring Bridge. And then ways they have of winning through Ensnaring Bridge. I'm really looking. They have 1, 2, 3. Oh, they have a Boseiju. They have a Boseiju, so I need to watch out for Boseiju. 5, 9. They have 2 endurances, so they can cast a bunch of stuff with Witherbloom Apprentice, and then they can use their endurances to loop them back into the deck, possibly infinitely. So Witherbloom Apprentice is a problem. So it's not just game over here. Pitch double Nourishing Shoal to do that? Okay. Veil of Summer is going to be a problem. Let's go ahead and fetch Basic Island here. I said let's go ahead and fetch basic island here. Thank you. And play out Ensnaring Bridge. So I do need to get a lockup at some point. I can't just let them draw their entire deck. I have my own 𝗟𝗡𝗩𝗘. I don't think I want my own 𝗟𝗡𝗩𝗘 here. What I really want is to play this Shredder and then possibly hold open Trophy. Okay, Gemstone Mine's down. They have unknowns in hand. I think I'm going to start milling them because they don't really have any way to interact with their graveyard. And if I randomly just hit like an Endurance, that's going to be really good. Okay, now it is time to spin this Fomori Vault. Found an Urza Saga that is basically perfect at this point. Love that for me. Hero still has Veil of Summer in hand and 2 unknowns. 1 unknown, it's a Botanical Sanctum. Okay, let's see if I can find myself a Lantern of Insight, which I kind of desperately want at this point. Pithing Needle, I'm going to take. Let's go ahead and spin this land into something more useful. Hey, it's Lantern of Insight. I'll just go ahead and drop that now. No, I don't want them having that Neoform. An Eldritch Evolution, huh? I don't want them having that either. All right, sack Lantern. Have them shuffle. Okay, I think that bought me enough time. Ensnaring Bridge is not really what I needed. What I do need here is a Lantern of Insight. That is a Witherbloom Apprentice. I think I need to let them have the Witherbloom Apprentice. I'm just going to go ahead and drop Needle. I'm going to name 𝗟𝗡𝗑. Okay, and I'm going to try and... Oops, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to try and find a land off of this Ensnaring Bridge, I think. Well, I didn't find a land, so I guess I'll take a Profane Tutor. Witherbloom Apprentice, I'm going to have to be okay with. Port of Calling is a really interesting inclusion. I think that's just to get like endurances and stuff. Still going to take it. Yeah, Blooming Marsh is going to have to come down. They're really testing my luck very early on. I don't like this. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to be okay with Court of Calling, I think. Profane Tutor, I'll suspend that now. Witherbloom Apprentice is out. It might be time to burn this Assassin's Trophy and get rid of the Veil. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Do I spin this Urza Saga? No, I think I'm just gonna play it. It'll be a tutor next turn. They're courting for something. This is a chord for 2 right this second. Looks like it's just a chord for 1. Chord for 1. Oh, that's just a Hex Drinker. It's gonna have protection from a lot of stuff, actually. Okay. Don't think I mind that. I don't think I mind that. Protection from everything doesn't actually stop, you know, Ensnaring Bridge. Ensnaring Bridge will still affect it. I don't think I want them having Veil of Summer. Yeah. And I think this Assassin's Trophy has outlived its usefulness at this point. I'm gonna take this Codex Shredder. Honestly, I think at this point, I'm just trying to establish a lock. I think I know they don't have anything in hand. Oh, you know what? Varkenval, I actually need to look at that, because you might be right. Maybe the Summoner's Pact trigger would have taken them out. I'm not sure they had enough mana. Well, that would be embarrassing if that's true. That would be really embarrassing if that's true. That would suck a lot if that was true. That would be really funny if that was true. Yeah, they didn't have anything in hand either. Nourishing Shoal is fine. Yeah, you've got a big fat snake. Big fat snake has protection from everything. But Ensnaring Bridge doesn't care about protection. And now we're just going to sort their deck like normal. I think here I actually will grab Grafdigger's Cage. And I will go ahead and Thoughtseize them. I'm going to just clear the Veil of Summer out of their hand. Yeah, and they have a bunch of stuff that I don't care about. Okay, that's fine. Grab Pyxis and try and wrap this game up as quickly as we can. Maybe eventually I'll get rid of the Witherbloom Apprentice, but more likely than not, I'm simply just going to mill them out. Although I guess if I have the Assassin's Trophy anyway, I may as well use it, right? I have Neoform covered, right? Yeah, I have Neoform covered. Grafdigger's Cage will shut that off. Just had to double check. Awesome. Yeah, they tried to choose Grizzlebrand with that Neoform, and Grafdigger's Cage said no thank you. Grizzlebrand is scary daddy Lou. I don't want to be touched by his noodly appendage. Well, there's the endurance. Let's get rid of that quickly. I'm starting to run out of time. Like, actually run out of time. Oh, they had a Nature's Claim in there, too. Oh, well. Okay. Well, that's gone. I believe this will be their last draw. Let's make it a good one. Pact of Negation seems like a pretty good draw. Let's let them have that. All right, last little bit here, and they are dead. But I only have 8 minutes on my clock, which is a lot less time than I would want to have to win a game. So I'm gonna have to get a bit lucky this next one, I think. I could restart my client now. I don't think I'm going to be taking the risk. I think I want the Lantern of Insight in, though. And I think I want to take out the Trophy. Trophy just wasn't very good there. Yeah, let's do it like that. This hand does not have a turn 1 discard spell. This is a no-go. I cannot keep this. This is a turn 1 surgical extraction. I don't think I can keep this either. I think I need to mull lower. All right, I can keep this. I'm gonna bottom a Profane Tutor and the Mishra's Bauble, I think. Wow, the hero kept 7, huh? Turn 1 Hex Drinker. Turn 1 Hex Drinker will get shut off by Ensnaring Bridge just fine. And turn 1 Allosaurus Rider, huh? Okay, well, I am going to be taking a bit of damage here. Let's make sure that I'm just not going to die on the second turn. Yeah, let's get rid of that. So Turn Timber Symbiosis was their draw for turn. They have a Allosaurus Rider in hand that they can't cast. I Thoughtseize their Eldritch Evolution at the very least. Allosaurus Rider is their last card in hand, so I'm not going to worry about Inquisition here. What I am going to do is I'm going to suspend Profane Tutor. And then next turn, if I luck sack into a land, then I get to play Ensnaring Bridge. Oh, right. That erased all of my... What was it? I think it was like this. There we go. Sorry about that. That's been broken for a while, hasn't it? Extirpate, huh? Okay. Natural State can go. And I actually think... Oh, I'm at 4 life. How did that happen? I'm at 4 life. I don't know how that happened. Just wasn't paying attention, I suppose. I needed the land then. It just wasn't a fun thing to do. I just actually legitimately needed it. Apparently, I've just been taking damage from creatures this whole time. Who would have guessed? Yeah, Allosaurus Rider beatdown. That got there. Unfortunate. I didn't have the land that I needed to cast this Ensnaring Bridge, and that lost me the game. My opponent just went Hex Drinker into beat me down to death with it. And it worked out really well. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up. Ah, geez, that stinks. And that combined with the possibility that I was just wrong to concede game 1 means that... might have actually won the match if I had made different decisions here. I've got 40 minutes. And 40 minutes is tight. I think I'm gonna have to wrap it up for the day, y'all. I'm really sorry. I don't think I have time to get this sorted. Give me a second. Okay, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm going to restart this league. I'll do it tomorrow. But I'm gonna restart the league, and I'm going to do it with the same deck. I don't think I'm gonna be making a video out of this league. There was just a lot of technical issues that I had, and, you know, combined with the time not working out, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and try again tomorrow. I'm gonna try and fix some stuff on my end, see if I can get the background working, see if I can get my controller a little bit more stable because it's been crashing a couple of times. And yeah, I will try again tomorrow. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all. I'm having fun with this deck. I don't know how I feel about the whole surgical extirpate thing. But I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about that. But I like playing Lantern at the very least. Doesn't seem that this particular build is very strong in the meta though. You know, maybe I will actually just finish the 5th match sometime like tonight or something. Or maybe I won't, and I'll just throw this up with the 4 rounds and then I'll start a fresh list tomorrow. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. I'll think about it. Anyway, thank you to everybody for tuning in and watching. I really appreciate y'all. I know that today's stream was kind of marred with a lot of issues, and that kind of sucks. I'm doing my best here. Got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to balance. But I appreciate y'all tuning in anyway, even if things are not perfect. So thank you for your time, and I hope to see y'all tomorrow when I am back to play Lantern again.